Okay, so I made the stupid mistake of not including my Yeti as one of the sources within OBS, and I'll have to record this whole thing. So if I have to speed or rush this up, I really do apologize. But yeah, what's going on, everyone? iPhone 10 right here. Today I just want to kind of put out like a little mini kind of buffer video between my previous video, which been like a couple weeks now, to like what's going on now. And really, if you want to kind of see what's been going on in my life, like check out my main channel. A lot has been going on, but I want to put out the great news and announcement that I will be participating in this year's WWDC Swift Student Challenge. So can we get a round of applause for that? When I first begun iOS development last year, I wanted to get into the Swift Student Challenge last year, but also think about it when I really think about how I was at that state around, the summertime. I had absolutely really no sort of idea on how most of the syntax or whatever else within Swift UI worked. Like, I can promise you, like, I was binding between views. I didn't know MVVM, I didn't know design architecture. So this year, with all the work that I have been putting into each project that has not been on the App Store, I still have yet to have an app on the App Store. I have worked so hard to get to this point where I feel confident and comfortable enough to participate in this year's challenge. Now, of course, if you're considering getting into it, I would say still get into it. We kind of are on the time crunch. We got like less than a week now into the actual submission date, which is the 21st by the end of the day, which sounds like an essay, but I am putting all my energy towards forward. I have it a priority above every other project I have on GitHub. I am thinking rapidly about any, future ideas or kind of like little features I want to add within my project, which really the technology I'm gonna kind of put out there, I'm not sure we're allowed to kind of put out what we're making before our project is submitted. So here's the technology I'm using, and I want you to guess it. So it's possibly Vision Kit, AV Foundation for video, Core Data possibly, and of course 4 being Swift UI. Now really, when it came down to looking for my sort of idea for what I wanted to do for this challenge, I looked back at a GitHub repo, or just pretty much like a GitHub website for like last year's challenge submissions, and it includes anyone that might have submitted, who might have been accepted by Apple, or who might have been rejected. And it really has been very beneficial at kind of seeing how people have their code layout structures, maybe some boilerplate type of things going on. If I have a bug or like an issue or like kind of a confusion about one thing that I don't think Apple would like, I go over to one that might have the same technology within it and see how they're doing it. So it's really all kind of good help from that. Plus Apple has their own guidelines and qualifications and requirements from developers and the project itself of what they should expect to look out for when they're submitting. So of course, you have to be a registered Apple developer, the easy $100 a year. You have to be 13 years or older within a STEM program or academy. I'm studying computer science. What else is there to say? And I think the real big one here is that your project has to be like a Swift Playgrounds file or like a package manager, which is really confusing me right now, because what it seems like when I look at the ones from last year, there's a lot of them that require to access with a camera, that the Swift Playground app, you don't have an info.plist file, so they use a regular Xcode project file. Maybe if someone who might know can help me out with that, because I'm rather confused if I can get the go ahead to use an Xcode project file just to get whatever info plist user subscription in for the camera, which really is just one line thing, but I can't do it within the Playground application. So maybe someone can help me, please. And like I said, referring to that, and plus another article I saw on how to get your Playground set up for the challenge, because there's, like I said, there's certain way Apple wants the file or the zip file to come through. It has to be a certain size, or I think it's up to like 25 megabytes. A couple other things, of course, then as well as coming up with something that's creative or innovative, or just something that kind of breaks out the spotlight a bit. From some I've heard, like kind of making a less educational sort of thing and more of a game or more of a fun interactive app is more beneficial for the judges to really consider accept it and submit it, and then getting that good old fly out to WWDC in Cupertino, California. Like I said, it all really just comes down to what idea you have, what technology you're comfortable using, and if you're certain that this project you want to go with is something you want to do. For me, it's really been a lot of kind of ups and downs lately. I've kind of had a lot of anxiety for it, just because it's just Apple, and to have this sort of challenge, I want to be able to make sure I give a project that works, give a project that makes sense, and give a project that has a solution to a problem that maybe some people don't know. So I'm really just begging people can just give me support on this project. And if anyone who is doing the project as well and has done previous projects before can kind of give me some insider tips or what I should look out for, and just kind of, just make if it can be like a comment section for like people who are, into the project or, into this year's challenge, and they just want some questions or, they need some help as well, just as me. But yeah, this is just, like I said, just kind of a buffer video to the video when I say I got approved. And that's going to be really exciting once I get that approval from Apple, and that is May 14th, which is 6 days before my birthday. So it'll be like a happy birthday early present to me. Also, this is just a rumor, but I've heard that the iPhone 8 Plus and the iPhone 10 won't be getting iOS 17. A little concerning there, but that's just, like I said, rumor, alleged. But yeah, that's all really. If you're going to project, I wish you the best of luck, and I keep continuing great work. As far as for myself, I wish myself the best of luck, and I really more of a Christian, so I really put into God's hands, prayers up that I can get into this sort of submission and get accepted, and just feel like I've accomplished something. You know what I mean? Just be able to have a spotlight for once on a creativity or idea of mine. Anyway, that's it. I'm not gonna cry or anything, but yeah, thank you for watching. Consider subscribing. I have more videos and stuff coming out soon, as I'm also thinking of ideas for those. So yeah, I will catch y'all later. D in it. If y'all don't get it, that means you have to kill it. You get it. All right, bye.